Noblesse, rise adventure. Rewinding back to ancient times, there is an enigmatic artifact that goes by the name of the Tears of God amongst humans. Talks regarding this artifact are numerous. It is said that when the Almighty of Heaven shed a tear for the sake of humanity, the teardrop reached its way down to the earth and formed into a mystic stone. Legends say whoever possesses this artifact shall possess the power of God and immortality. Unlike the other countless rumors, there have been many reports and testimonies from those who claim to have witnessed its existence. One day, a report regarding the artifact from Human World says that the Tears of God was in the mountain of fire, but it is now in the hands of a man who should be dead. He is instead alive and has acquired extraordinary powers. This information reaches Lacedonia. Jejudal K. Landiger dispatches subordinate nobles to investigate and confirm this report. He loses contact with all of them. Meanwhile, in the human world, an unknown being is destroying villages upon villages and massacring their residents. For what purpose? Could this destruction and slaughter be linked to the man in the report and the Tears of God? In order to free Rizel from his life of solitude, even if it's only for a short time, the previous lord uses the pretense of investigating the Tears of God to send Katasatrama D. Rizel to the human world. After a great deal of time has passed since his meeting with the Lord, Rizel enters the human world and is now walking around the forest aimlessly. He is suddenly surrounded by 3 members of a vigilante group from a nearby village led by a man named Kate, who also has a young companion by the name of Uni. The girl possesses the ability to tell whether someone is good or bad by gazing at their facial expressions. Kate proceeds to ask who Rizel is, but all he receives from him is silence. Just as things are beginning to get tense, Uni steps in, urging Kate and his men to talk some more to Rizel. One of them deduces that Rizel could be a survivor of the massacred victims they found earlier. When Rizel answers in the Lacedonian language, he leaves them thinking that he must be a foreigner. Uni suggests they take Rizel to their village. On their way back, the group is attacked by a Minotaurian creature with a missing horn. Without anybody else noticing, Rizel quietly uses his mind control to stop the charging monster cold. Kate soon catches up to it and slays it with a stab to its heart. While Uni and his men praise him, Kate continues to wonder what caused the monster to freeze. Kate's men proceed to tease Rizel for his elegant and good-looking appearance, assuming he must be some rich nobleman with no idea of how to survive outside world. The group resumes their journey back to their village. Upon their return, the Baron of the village, Kar, admonishes them for bringing an outsider to the village without consent. Lencha, Kar's daughter, steps in. Once she sees Rizel, she is stricken by his beauty and is fast to support Kate's decision to bring him into the village. When Rizel and Kate's group leave, Lencha and Kar have a discussion about preparing a meeting with Kermark, the village's guardian deity. Meanwhile, Kate and Uni decide that Rizel should stay in their home for the time being. Kate wishes to go on patrol again and Lencha visits him as he prepares to leave with the intention of seeing Rizel up close. She objects to his patrol as the village needs to pray for their village's deity, Kermark, but in the end she relents. Upon seeing Rizel again, Lencha decides to ditch Kate and make Rizel hers. Uni warns Rizel to stay away from Lencha. Then the village's bell tolls and she starts praying. It turns out that the Tears of God is possessed by Kermark. Just like how Rizel obtains the Bloodstone in the distant future from a mysterious man, Kermark also obtained the Tears of God from a stranger of unknown origin. Since the whole stone was extremely powerful, Kermark's mere human body could not withstand it and he embedded only a shard of the artifact in his body. It granted him enormous power, and the more blood the shard absorbed, the more powerful Kermark became. After a while, Kermark was forced to lay low because he slaughtered and absorbed the blood of nobles, specifically the ones that were sent by Jejudal to investigate the incidents regarding the Tears of God, and he did not wish to attract the attention of Lacedonia. After some time passed, Kermark finally came out of hiding and plotted to ravage another village to make his artifact and himself stronger. But Kermark didn't count on one factor, catus et trauma de Rizel. Kermark comes to the village to do what he has always done to other villages. The two meet and almost immediately clash with one another. After being crushed by Rizel, Kermark is forced to absorb the entire artifact into his body. Rizel looks on, tense, as Kermark transforms into a devil-like creature. This signals the beginning of round 2 of Rizel vs Kermark. After losing an arm and a lot of blood, the Tears of God partially emerges from the chest of the badly wounded Kermark, helping him regenerate and bestowing upon him an extra set of arms, for a total of 4 arms. With this increased power, Kermark is able to withstand Rizel's blood tornadoes. Rizel then unleashes Bloodwing. With the launching of Blood Phoenix, Rizel wipes all traces of Kermark off of the world. After he has dealt with the matter, Rizel leaves and returns to Lucadonia.